there. Okay, let's get this out of the way. I'm 37 years old. I've got bunches in my hair and I'm wearing a Captain America t-shirt. Many years ago, my big sister had strong words with me about dressing my age and not dressing like a 13-year-old. And for a brief spell, I tried it, but in the words of your bearded woman from The Greatest Showman, this is me. I realise I'm past the cut-off age for bunches, but it's Saturday and I couldn't be bothered to straighten my hair, so here we go. I'm not here to talk about my hair or my t-shirt or my inability to dress my age. I'm here to talk about Dora and the Lost City of Gold, thus proving again what a giant child I am. I'm just going to dip this a little bit. Oh, now I've got steering wheel. See, I should probably sort these things out before I start recording, shouldn't I? Yeah. Let's just hope the phone holder doesn't fall off the windscreen like it did the other night. So today, me and my small humans, my children are 10, almost 11 and 7, we went to see Dora and the Lost City of Gold, and many of you will be familiar with Dora the Explorer, which was a very popular Nickelodeon cartoon. I'll be totally honest with you, I loathed it. Like, I hated it. My niece, who's now 13, was big into it. Eva, my daughter, was into it for a little bit. And it got on my nose. I hated it. It was really annoying, and Dora was really annoying, and it had a map that sang a lot. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the... Yeah, well, you're the map. We get it. There was a singing backpack. There was a monkey with wellies on. It wasn't my vibe. So when I saw they'd done a film, I thought, ugh. But also, because it's been a while since Dora was at the height of her powers. And then I saw the trailer and thought, hang on a minute, this looks interesting. And it is interesting. It is interesting. It is entertaining. It is actually a tiny bit wonderful. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. So this focuses on a 16-year-old Dora, played by the absolutely wonderful Isabella Moner, M-O-N-E-R. She was in Instant Family, which I saw at the beginning of the year. I think it was one of the first films I saw when I got my Limitless Pass. And she played the eldest of the children being fostered, potentially adopted by the couple in the film. And she really stood out in that. She gave a really excellent performance as this sort of mixed up teenage girl. And she really impressed me. And she plays Dora, and she was absolutely fantastic, because she plays Dora with this wonderful, wide-eyed naivety, and it's just lovely. So the story goes, Dora's been raised in the jungle in South America by her parents, who are played by Eva Longoria and Michael Pena, who are both wonderful. They're not in it as much as I'd like, but they are absolutely fantastic, the pair of them. So they're both professors. They're looking into this Lost City of Gold, Parapata, I think it was called. And that's the only life that Dora's ever known. So she lives in the jungle, she knows a load of stuff, she's really bright, but her parents decide that it would be better for her to go and live in the city. I think they send her off to like California to live with her cousin Diego, who also had his own cartoon, Go Diego Go. So he's been gone from the jungle for 10 years. Him and Dora used to be really close, but now they live in different lives. So Dora goes off to live with her aunt and uncle and her cousin Diego, and high school is just not a place she understands. And what I love is she goes into it with all the innocence and enthusiasm that she's always had, and is obviously just met with disdain and unkindness, and she's just mocked, which is actually a bit sad, but she's just wonderful. Hola! You know, I'm Dora, I'm new here, hello, what's your name? But she just does it so well. Like I said, the actress is so good, and she's so beautiful. What a pretty girl with the Dora bob and the fringe and a backpack. Obviously not a talking one, and she's just gorgeous. You know, it's not that she doesn't know that people are making fun of her, but she just sort of says, well, what can I do? You know, she says something wonderful. I think she says something like, I'm just being me and that's all I know how to be, which is, you know, a great attitude. So she's in this new school, and there's a super bright girl who doesn't like her because Dora's really smart, and she makes friends with sort of a nerdy boy, and then there's obviously Diego, and through a series of unfortunate events, they end up being kidnapped essentially and taken back to the jungle to track down Dora's parents who've gone missing. So these mercenaries kidnap the kids and say, lead us to your parents, lead us to this treasure. That's your premise. And what follows is an absolutely glorious adventure. I'm sure many reviews have talked about it being Indiana Jones for kids or Indiana Jones for a new generation. There's a lovely dynamic between the four young leads, so they're all sort of 15, 16. And you've got the brainy girl who's out of her depth in the jungle, and the sort of nerdy guy who is only used to doing jungle puzzles on video games. And then you've got Diego, who does know his way around the jungle, but he's trying to be cool. And then there's just Dora with her big white eyes, saying when people don't feel great, let's have a song. That'll cheer everybody up. And it could be annoying, but it's not, because the actress who's playing her just has this, she's just so likeable that it somehow isn't annoying when she wants to burst into song all the time. It's very knowing, but in an affectionate way. It does reference back to the cartoon. It does poke a bit of fun at some of the things that made the cartoon A, so successful, but B, also so irritating. But it does so, as I say, in an affectionate and respectful way. It knows what its source material is, and it makes loving references to it. But if you've also never seen the cartoon, then you're not going to miss out. And it just rattles along wonderfully. It's got some great set pieces in. It's got some good bad guys. Like I say, Eva Longoria and Michael Pena as her parents are fantastic. And I just really liked it. Really liked it. It was great. You know, I can't knock it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would see it again quite happily. And it was just so nice to see something with the children that was smart and adventurous and entertained all of us, and I wasn't there under duress. You know, I will sit through a bad kids film for my children. I try not to, but I will do it. But this was great. It just appealed on all levels. If I have one criticism, I wouldn't have included Swiper. For those who have never seen the cartoon, there is Boots, who's Eva's monkey, and they do make a joke about he's a monkey, shouldn't be putting wellies on him. And then there's Swiper, who in the cartoon is a fox who wears a mask, and guess what he does? He swipes things, takes things that aren't his. Could have done without him, because it's kind of supposed to be the real world. It gets a bit sort of fantastical towards the end, but it's supposed to be the real world, but there's a fox. I mean, one of the smart girl, the smart girl who gets all the sort of fish out of water gags when they're in the jungle, does say, it's a fox wearing a mask. Why is it wearing a mask? Who's going to recognise it against other foxes? Makes a good point. But yeah, possibly wouldn't have put that in. But that's nitpicking, because I loved it. It was a great film. Take your children, take your granny. It's thoroughly entertaining. It's warm. It's wonderful. There's a big song and dance number at the end, and why not? I left feeling full of feel good, and that's exactly how a family film should make you feel. So a big thumbs up. Genuinely hope they do another one, and Isabella Mona in the lead role, absolutely spot on and definitely one to watch. I think she's going to be a big star. Okay, that's it from me. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and I will catch you soon. Katie in a car, too old for bunches, saying bye bye.